Hi, so for this video post, we are supposed to explain how we will apply the five principles of strengths-based education in your teaching, coaching, administration, and or fitness athletic training. Okay, so reading through this, I was actually relieved because I kind of like already do this with some of my athletes, and it's not that I like to play favorites, but there are certain athletes where I kind of spend a lot more time with as far as like helping develop their skills and whatnot. And when I do that, it's not because I like them the most. That's mean. It's not because of that. It's mainly because they're showing an initiative to try and get better. And I think that starts off with like principle one with the measurement of strengths and achievement, and as well as two, individualization, which requires a tailoring of the teacher's or advisor's methods to the student's needs and interests. Um, so with any type of athlete that comes to me and they're like, oh, I want to get better with dribbling, or I want to get um, better with like certain aspects of stuff, I kind of like start the five principles. And it's not that like I knew this knowingly, like, okay, we're going to do the five principles. No, it was just more of like, um, you need to practice on this, you need to start focusing on it, and then um, I always try and see how I can like um, use it outside of basketball. And as then it's like with principle three, networking with friends and family. It's basically the whole like practice aspect of basketball. With you want to get better, you can't just do it in the gym and like I can tailor to your needs, but then you have to go outside the gym, have your family and your friends help you out because it's hard to go at things alone. And then with principle number four, deliberate, um, application of strengths in and out of the classroom. Those, the last two, so principle four and then principle five, intentional development of strengths through novel experiences or focused practice across a period such as a semester, academic year, and internship. I always do this with my athletes as well. With the first three I automatically do as far as skills training goes for basketball, but um, there'll be times where I'll be sassy, but they'll be like, "Coach, I can't do it, I can't do it," and then they'll stop dribbling, and it's a hard dribbling drill that I'll have them do, and I'm just looking at them like, "Are you kidding me?" And they're looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm just like, "So what? You're just gonna stop when it gets too hard?" And they kind of look at me because they know they weren't asking for a life lesson, but I always try and like revert it back to that with you know if you're like, say you're taking their SATs or something, like, if it, when I was coaching high school, it's more like that. If they're taking the SATs and the essay portion just got really hard, are they just going to stop? Like, no, you need all those points. You need the most points you can get out of that, and you're not just going to flake out on an essay and miss out on those missed points. And it's just like one of those things where it's just coaches do it, but then not all the time, where they try and like give them life lessons outside of basketball. Because honestly, I do feel like with a lot of sports, a lot of the stuff that you learn in sports can easily be applied to in the classroom or out, like even in your job. And not a lot of people see that, and a lot of people miss that opportunity in being in sports. And I don't know whether they're incapable of doing it or whatnot, but I do feel that like if you have a child or a cousin or a nephew or something like that, try and get them in sports, because like I said, you're going to miss out on life lessons that they could have easily learned on the court or like on the field or something like that. Like an example of that would be just like basic leadership skills, or like for me it was when we're running sprints and whatnot, I never settled for being in second or third or being the last one running. I mean, I'm small and I'm short and I got, quick muscles, but, I'm never going to settle for first. I mean, settle for second or third or last. Like, that's just not me. And as far as that applies to like my work or even in school and whatnot, I didn't not give like my 100%. that I didn't settle. I wasn't like, you know what, they're fast, I'm just gonna let them go. Like I always tried, and yeah, there were times where I came in second, I came in third, but that was because like I gave it my all. And then when that happened though, I had to change, or like, you know, when I wouldn't win, or you know, because I'm really competitive. But when that kind of stuff wouldn't happen, and my whole first year at Oxnard, we were losing a lot, and the lesson that I learned in being all right with coming in second or third in sprints was that it's okay to lose, and as long as like I gave it my all at the end of the game, then you know what do I have to be mad about? We lost a game, but it's not. No, it was a team effort, and if I gave it my all, then who can I be mad at? You know, I think most people who are mad after games are mainly mad at themselves because they gave up halfway, or you know, maybe they're just frustrated with the team. I don't know. But like I said, like lessons like that kind of they can be easily applied to like everyday life, and all the principles of strength-based education can easily be adhered to like anything as far as sports and um, academics, and when you're teaching. And it was just a surprise for me that like reading it, I do already do half of it, and I think it's more of like I want to hone in on it and not just do it to the players that I specifically like, or that show an interest in wanting to get better. Oh, sorry. That want to get better, but I find it. This could have gone down in my lure too, of like what I need to work on, but I find it really hard to help players get better when they don't necessarily show the interest of it. You know, if you're not jazzed about it, I'm not jazzed about it. And so most of the time I'm just jazzed about everything, but if you're gonna come to me and I ask you to like fix something about it and you can't take constructive criticism, then like I don't really know how to react to that, and I just kind of get like, you know, not standoffish, but I'm just like shocked, and then I move on to the next player that wants help or that's more than willing to like change whatever they're doing. But I know I ran into a long tangent, and I apologize for that. I'll be surprised if any of you guys watch this whole thing. I'm just kidding. But basically that was how I would, in the long run, running around the bush, that was basically how I would use the 5 principles in coaching and in teaching.